your host, Fatty, and that girl, Jay Renee. We probably present to you another episode of BGE Radio. And we about to hit you with an exclusive interview with that boy, Keiko Thomas, CEO and founder of Penitentiary Rich LLC. Now let's get to it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jay Renee with BGE Magazine. I hope that y'all doing well. On the phone this afternoon, we got a brother that goes by the name Keiko. We're going to talk to him about being an author and some of the other endeavors that he got going on. What's up, bro? How you doing?
How you doing, Jay Renee? Thanks for having me.
Oh, for sure. We definitely appreciate you. Shout out to Chad, BG, and E Magazine for sure. Yeah, most definitely. So let's jump right into it. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
Keiko Thomas, a.k.a. OG Keiko, originally from the Mississippi Delta area, down south, born and raised. Came to New England 2011, running the streets out there, running wild, thugging and bugging. Ended up catching the case 2012, and I've been incarcerated for manslaughter ever since. Going on a 10-year bid, and I'm still here. And I get released 2030, but with parole, I probably can get out within 5 to 6 years.
Okay. All right, for sure. So let me ask you, how was that transition moving all the way to New England? I know that was a totally different environment.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, especially like everything's kind of like faster from going down south to like mass. Everything's like more fast paced. Mm-hmm. But and it's cold as hell. It's cold, and it's hot down there and it's cold. But other than that, like I was just running around in the streets like kind of crazy. So it really like I was just going with the flow type.
Right. How old were you?
At the time I was 19.
Oh yeah, you was young. That's the time we'd be running around. So you, it do be though. So you say you've been behind the G-Wall for 10 years?
Yeah, I've been behind the G-Wall since I was 21. I'm now 30. Okay. I'm about to be 31 next month, actually.
Okay. So, 10 years is a long time to stand tall on. How have you stayed motivated, day for day? I'm not even gonna lie, it was hard like day to day because you get caught up in the prison politics and you come behind the wall. Not too much change in here. People think a lot changed because you behind the wall, but really not too much change. It's just like the streets. Only thing is like not really women, LOL. But it's just like the streets. So you really gotta be dedicated and just focused. And what really got me focused was seeing a lot of brothers come before me that was doing everything like with the books, with music and drawing, and just starting like businesses, just coming up and being like mad creative. And I was just like, man, I wanna do that, but not having the funds to do it. You will have to still indulge in some things that you don't want to indulge in that you would still possibly get in trouble for. But you gotta just stay focused, man, and just save every dollar and put it towards something legitimate. Right. And just believe in yourself mainly, and everything gonna come together. For sure. So, I heard you mention, the different types of, because it's a lot of talent behind the G-Wall if people don't realize. And you yourself are an author. Congratulations on those accomplishments. But tell us more about the things you've written.
Well, actually, I published 5 books thus far. I published Aaron Hernandez, The Untold Prison Story. I published that about the brother. He was a friend of mine. Then I published Touched by Love. It's like featuring my 2 daughters. I wrote about them, just giving them principles to stand on and things that like as a young girl, like they would need from a father, like some jewels from a father from my perspective, and just giving them jewels about life and just different things. So that's really a great book, and it's dear to me. I wrote The Funny Truth. I wrote that based off prison stories and things that I've been through in my life. I say the funny truth because it's the truth, but at the same time, it's kind of funny. But, you just got to laugh at things in the past. I talk about, like, a lot of stories that I've seen in jail. And, being in prison, you come across so many stories that if we had a video, like, you would, like, blow up and become, like, a millionaire or something off of TikTok. And there's crazy things that happen. So that's a good book. I wrote about... my last book was called The Entrepreneur, A Beginner's Guide to Success. and it's about basically I teach guys, and I tell them about starting a record label. I tell them about becoming an entrepreneur, like different type of bank accounts. I get into a lot of things like landscaping and how to start a restaurant, just different things that they can get and they can learn from and pick from, and just some stuff that get them motivated about financial things as well. And it's a lot going inside that book that I really took time to do like research about. Mm-hmm. And that's like my last book, and it's really, 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 really hard. It's really good. They're gonna really enjoy it. And okay. I did my thing with that one.
Yeah, you got a spectrum of things, that's really cool. That's dope for real. So let me ask you this. Did you always dabble in writing, or was that something you became interested in once you got behind the G-Wall?
Yeah, writing, I think, when I got behind the G-Wall, I took it more serious than when I was on the streets, because on the streets I was doing the rapping thing, so obviously I was a writer on that aspect, but I always wanted to write like hood books, but I could never it was so many like hood books that I was reading that they were so ill and so hard that I'm like, man, this is my competition. I don't think I had a potential to do it, so I never really dived in it. But then I took up nonfiction, and I'm like, wow, I can do something with this, because all you gotta do is just be real, be authentic, and just speak to the people, and just let the pen set the paper,
Yeah, most definitely. I heard you mention music, and you was telling me beforehand that you got a record label you made.
Yeah, I got a record label, Penitentiary Rich Music. Okay,
tell us more about it.
Well, it started just like it started with Penitentiary Rich Publishing. It kind of started, I was doing the author thing and reaching out to authors that's incarcerated, and we was publishing authors, and I was telling them that basically, I started a company because when I came out with my books, other companies was trying to charge me upfront prices to basically publish my book. So I'm like, nah, man, like I'm struggling. I don't really have it. My family members at the time don't have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? My wife, we don't really have it. So we just like penny pitching, So I wanted to start something where it's like, I pay all the upfront costs, and I get mine back on the back end, and they get a percentage and we get percentage, and basically we all eat, right?
Right.
So as I'm doing that and I'm promoting my publishing company, I get letters, so many letters. They like, man, what's up? Do you want to deal with us? We rap, or we do artistry, and we sing, and we do songwriting, whatever, right? So at the time, I'm like, yeah, I might as well start a record label, and I just ended up putting it together with my wife. Just started the record label like that.
All right, that's really awesome. Do you you say you do music too, right? You be freestyling and stuff?
Freestyling, not really with the freestyling. I'm more to the pen and paper.
Right, okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. So, tell everybody, their listeners and stuff, like how they can find your books and how they can get in contact with you.
Oh, they can find my books on www.penitentiaryrich.com, or they can find them on Amazon.com. They can find me on Instagram at OG Keiko. They can find me Penitentiary Rich Publishing, Penitentiary Rich Music, SoundCloud, OG Keiko, Facebook, Keiko Thomas, Penitentiary Rich Publishing, TikTok, OG Keiko, Penitentiary Rich. We all over. Any social media that is, we on there.
All right, for sure. We're gonna make sure everybody get that information. Do you have any last minute shout outs and stuff before we wrap it up, bro?
Yeah, last minute shout outs. Shout out my wife, obviously, Alexis. I thank her, and thanks for the support. Shout out my mom and dad. You know what I mean? Shout out BGE Magazine, Chad, Zay Renee. I appreciate y'all for having me. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to my boy Asher Rains. Shout out to King Guru. You know what I mean? Shout out to White T Wiz. Shout out to Almighty Booster. Check them out on SoundCloud as well. And shout out to everybody behind the pen, man. All the real recognized, real stand up.